Hello everybody, we're back once again to do more predictions. Today we're doing Group B in the FIFA World Cup. It's England's group. It should be an exciting one with a Battle of Britain against Wales coming up as well. Just like what I've done for Group A, and you can check out that video in the top corner right there. I'm just going to run through the four sides and then give my predictions at the end. There's timestamps down below, so if you do want to jump straight to predictions, that's absolutely fine. But please, once again, hit like, hit subscribe, and we're going to start by talking about England. Let's not beat about the bush. It's an England side that have been in terrible form. If you're going off how they've done in the recent Nations League, they've been pretty awful, and the style of play has been pretty awful as well. It's weird because England seemed to play at their best when they were a goal down, and all of a sudden it seemed like the players were let off the leash to go out and get a goal. Before that, it seems to be very turgid and very dull. I think that Gareth Southgate is stuck between whether he's going to play three at the back or whether he's going to play four at the back. I hope he goes with a four because I think England need the extra bodies going forward in the group stage. I think we can worry about playing harder opposition as the tournament goes on. But I think we need pace up the top with Harry Kane. That's the biggest thing. Whether that comes from Rashford, whether that comes from Sterling, or whether that comes from Saka, we need the pace to support Harry Kane in this side. At the back, it's, is he going to persist with Harry Maguire? Much maligned Harry Maguire. I expect he probably will. But the pieces are all there for England. There's a lot of quality in this England side. Right the way through the team, really, especially in midfield. There's a lot of great creative players. Really excited to see Jude Bellingham play. It's just a matter of can we put it all together. He tends to be quite pragmatic, and I think it'll be a pragmatic approach to the groups. Don't expect England to go out and be guns blazing against any of these sides. 1-0 will be more than good enough to get through, and what we've seen in previous tournaments, and let's not forget Southgate's done a darn good job in these tournaments for England, is England to just get a bit better as the tournament goes on. If that carries on, I expect England to go deep, but you never do know. It is England after all. Over the valleys and the hills, we get to Wales, and Wales are at the World Cup for the first time in seemingly ages, and it almost seemed fitting that they're going to have to play against England in this World Cup. It's a side that is stacked with plenty of Premier League experience and a lot of tournament experience now, with them having qualified for the previous two European Championships. Rob Page has done a very good job with this Wales side, and they always tend to punch above their weight, led by Gareth Bale, Aaron Ramsey in there too. Look for Reece James to cause plenty of problems for teams. With his searing pace, he seems to be in good form for Fulham. And let's also not forget about Brennan Johnson and Nico Williams coming through. So there's a lot to be excited about in this Welsh side, with a lot of the pace coming from the wing-backs and from the flanks. And Wales won't hold back and sit back against anyone. They'll go out, they'll give it a go, and they've got a good chance of getting through. I think it's going to come down between them and the United States. It's a bit of a coin flip. That game is going to be absolutely crucial. But I do think Wales have got the best chance of taking points off England as opposed to United States or Iran. Next we come to the United States. It is a very youthful United States side with a lot of athleticism, and the real strength in the side is in the midfield and in the wings areas. They've got a lot of creativity and a lot of pace in those positions, and a lot of players that play in the top European leagues like Pulisic, like Gio Reyna, like Weston McKennie. I think it's going to be a very different American side. They're going to play with a bit more poise on the ball, trying to keep possession a bit more than what we've seen from American sides in the past. They've not been in the greatest of form, and they haven't got really anybody up front to score the goals, and their defence is a little bit shaky. But I do think, again, they and Wales, it's a coin flip between the two of them of who's going to go through. I don't see them going either side going particularly deep in the tournament, but look, they certainly have got some quality players. Last is Iran, and probably fitting because that is probably where Iran are going to finish in the group. They have a very limited squad. Carlos Queiroz has done a good job by making them hard to beat and making them organised. But once again, qualifying is probably, what Iran's expectations is, but getting out of the groups is probably a step too far for them. They've got one man up front in Porto's Mehdi Taremi, who's the main goal threat, but expect Iran to set up very cautiously, probably 4-1, 4-1, something like that, and just try and keep it tight and hit sides on the break. That is going to be their best route to victory. They're going to be starved to possession, and I don't think they're going to have too much joy in this World Cup. But they're there, so you never know. Here's my predictions for Group B. I see England starting with a very comfortable 2-0 win over Iran. Actually, the big game, the big pivotal game, USA-Wales. I see the United States just nicking Wales in this one. Could go either way, that one, but I'm leaning towards the Americans in this one. I think Wales will then bounce back with a very easy win over the Iranians themselves. England, a narrow win over USA. And then I think in the Battle of Britain, I think England will hold out for a 1-1 draw. England might make some changes in that game, having already been through, and Wales will look to get the victory in that one, but I just don't see them getting it, and it will be probably Wales on top, but England holding out for the draw. And then I see USA getting quite a easy win over the Iranians as well, which sees England top of the group, United States in second, and Wales in third, and Iran in fourth. Apologies to any Wales fans watching this. It really could go either way. It could be very different. It's a toss of a coin, as I said, between the United States and Wales, but I do see England winning it quite comfortably. There we have it. That is Group B done. Group A is already done. You can check that video out in the top corner or by looking on the channel where you can see my other World Cup content as well. I'll be back to do Group C and the other groups very soon. So thank you very much for watching. If you can hit like, hit subscribe, that'd be great. But have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.